the terror, I'm feeling at ease. Man, I hate myself. Think I might die today. I need another way. Bring me another day. Bitch, I might hate myself, but I fuck your bitch. But I leave her in the ditch. Can you feel my grip? With the knife I slit. Think I might lose my shit. Think I might lose my grip. Running with the rebel. Rival to deceptive levitation. Left them hit him with the blessing. Cryptic hidden message. Got the 777s. Mental health just left them. What? Run around, take my soul. You cannot take me home. Fuck it, take my rope. Fuck it, take my home. Run around, take my soul. You cannot take me home. Fuck it, take my rope. Fuck it, take my home.
Well, that's not very haunted house of you now, is it?
Upchuck my guts till the pain is gone. One way to hell if the gate is locked. So what? I fuck till the brakes fall off. I'll run this shit till my brain hits a wall. Till my brain hits a wall. Till my brain hits a wall. And I'm finna blow mine. Finna crush in your spine. Break through the wall with the force till you die one time. I don't ever tell lies. They want me dead every time I revive. Cause I'm a cool motherfucker. Kick through your door like I'm home, motherfucker. You somehow I know you about to fall off, brother. You would think I'm in a breath with a shotgun. Bump it. You feel the drums in your stomach. So loud they war, so it blood in my ass. Walkie-talkie. She tryna fuck, I'm like fuck you. You would think I'm in a garden way that I've been green dummy. Money. Wicked at the Chris, I tell your body, mommy. Grab it slowly up and miss and leave the body bloody. Out the coffee, round the ghost on the block. I put the Glock until Tony make a choke until his body hungry. Body all these fake motherfuckers. I've been at the grave, no face, bone shutter. Sliders in the veins, see the fangs, no cover. I've been smoking opposition, turn a race about your brothers. Out the gutter, I've been crawling out the dust with it. I got words inside my bones and I can mud with it. I ain't sleeping night knowing that my gun did it. 50 bullets split, I'm seeing double Leo gust spilling. Blood dripping out my pockets. Blink a T.O. conscious with it. Bullets make them vomit. Smoke them, make them fall quick. Slip them in the coffee. Leave their body rotted with it. Shock them, turn them on it. I could take you so quick. Upchuck my guts till the pain is gone. One way to hell if the gate is locked. So what? I fuck till the brakes fall off. I'll run this shit till my brain is a wall. Till my brain is a wall. Till my brain is a wall. nugget. Take that 44, I aim it straight up to your nugget. Pop the trunk, we leave the scene clean up the blow, we leave it nothing. I don't like to make a mess, so please don't make me go and fuck it. I just blew a fucking fuse, lights out, I get to pop it. Take that 44, I aim it straight up to your nugget. Pop the trunk, we leave the scene clean up the blow, we leave it nothing. I don't like to make a mess, so please don't make me go and fuck it. I just blew a fucking fuse, lights out, I get to pop it. Burn 'em up, I'll eat 'em up, I'll fuck 'em up like Dracula. Blood in my face, don't give a fuck, like I'm Killer. Demons in my bitch, fat ass, I need a color. Gotta fuck with breasts and a snap, she's busy, bruh. Guess I'm sick and tired, guess I'm sick and tired down. I'ma shoot 'em with the 223, I'll make it go down. Flashbang down his throat, KOS, I kill a show. God, I'm so scary, grab the 44, I blow his fucking door. That 44, I aim it straight up to your nugget. Pop the trunk, we leave the scene clean up the blow, we leave it nothing. I don't like to make a mess, so please don't make me go and fuck it. I just blew a fucking fuse, lights out, I get to pop it. Take that 44, I aim it straight up to your nugget. Pop the trunk, we leave the scene clean up the blow, we leave it nothing. I don't like to make a mess, so please don't make me go and fuck it. I just blew a fucking fuse, lights out, I get to pop it. Listen to me when I talk to you, cause I'ma make you hurt. Pyrocratic devil made, I'll put you in a fucking hurt. I don't got no sympathy, you'll end up in the fucking dirt. Hollow is the only name I'm repping, I'ma let you burn.
You hear me speak, cause you just ran up on Yeah, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? And we are back for the midway point of the SIRL Supercross season presented by Chesco Boiz Racing. I am Dylan Carlson, and I will be calling all the action for your 250 class tonight. Feels good to be back. I mean, this track here in Charlotte, North Carolina is, quite frankly, one of the most interesting tracks I've seen out of the SIRL track crew. It is kind of built on that Charlotte Speedway style of track, so very SMX-y, but it does have a lot of, you know, your typical Supercross stuff. Long sections of whoops. It's gonna be a really interesting race here tonight. Not that very many laps, I will say. So this track isn't gonna break down, but guys are gonna be able to hopefully try to stay in rhythm, stay in time, try to keep pushing themselves throughout this long lap time. I have no idea. I can take a look here and see what we got going on as far as times are concerned in qualifying Group A, but I have yet to see somebody put in a lap here in Charlotte. But I got to imagine it's going to be well over a minute here tonight, and you know, that's interesting. It's exciting to see that, you know, they're kind of taking their own I don't know, like their own spin on a speedway track, which I appreciate. I mean, you know, it's pretty easy to just go to your standard baseball and football stadium layouts, but I like this. I like the split start. I like the long rhythm sections. That it's going to be really interesting. There's a lot of turns here too, so I think it's really going to put these riders to the test here at the midway point of this Supercross season. Wow. First lap to come across was a 2:35.46. We're talking like national level lap times here, folks. So this is going to be interesting. I can only imagine, like, if I'm guessing those laps are going to get faster. Obviously, this is just the first recorded lap of the night, but yeah, when we start to see guys get into that like 2-minute lap time range, I mean, man, we're talking about nationals, and these are short races. It's a 15+2, so it's gonna be difficult, or excuse me, a 15+1, so it's gonna be difficult for these guys to really, you know, have a lot of time on the track and be able to put in a solid lap time for qualifying. But even then, it's still like, it's gonna be difficult in the main event. Like, you have to be able to make passes, because once that white flag comes out, man, you basically have 2 minutes to try to solve for potentially a position. But hey, nevertheless, we're back, and you know, it feels good to be back. I took last weekend off for the rerun of round 3. Can't remember. I just turned 31 on Monday, so took some time off to celebrate my birthday and just kind of enjoy my week. But yeah, nevertheless, let's take a look at how the point standings are looking up and shaping up for this title. Out front, I mean, this guy has been so consistent all season long. The 193 of D on that Black Rifle No Fear ride, 110 points, a 28-point gap over Smuds on the Neverland ride. So, you know, there's still a lot of racing. We just hit the midway point here tonight, so anything can happen. A weird computer failure, not making the main event, but I mean, it's highly unlikely for this guy. He has been just so clutch in moments that he needed to be, and man, he has just been fantastic. But Pinky, the 426 machine on that SKR KOD ride, I'm so confused. So he's a Nova rider as of tonight on my little sign-up sheet here, but in the point standings, he's SKR KODD, so, or COD. Not really sure what that is, but 42 points back. I mean, this is starting to get a little out of hand for the rest of the field. I mean, again, there's still a lot of racing, clicking off wins and a couple of, you know, unfortunate races or evenings for the 193 machine could potentially put him back in there. I mean, it's definitely not over. What do they always say? The season doesn't start till Daytona, and I feel like this track is very much Daytona-esque in that standpoint of, man, this is when it's really going to start to boil down, and we're going to start to see the cream rise to the top. Holding on to just off the podium is Mystery on that MMR wax machine, currently 43 points back. So he's looking at a potential podium championship finish here. So he's going to have to really turn it on late in this season. And rounding out our top 5 is none other than the 777 of Panda on that Honda. Man, this guy has been fantastic all season to watch. He definitely has the speed. So it's still podium contention. I mean, like, anything can happen, folks. This is not won by any stretch of the imagination, but if you are the rest of the field, especially the top 5, you're going to have to start making some big moves here late in this season. All right, looks like we got 6 minutes left of free practice before we get it started with our 250 Group A qualifying here in just a moment. I do want to talk about a cool event that I've got coming up, and that is going to be a MotoCut 2026. So if you are an editor, or you know an editor, man, go head over to SoCalledDJs.com/MotoCut 2026 and submit an edit, man. We've got a really great group of judges. We're throwing up probably close, somewhere in the neighborhood of like almost $400 in cash prizes across the board. So yeah, we want to see what you guys create. I mean, obviously I'm a creator myself. I do a lot of stuff on the video side of things. So it's wanted to revive an edit contest that I truly cherished. Unfortunately, like, you know, it just kind of went away, and there was kind of a void here in the kind of creator competition space. I know we do a ton of racing in the MX bike scene. I mean, it's a video game at the end of the day, but I wanted to do something for the creatives out there. And yeah, so here's your opportunity to, you know, put something together and submit it for review. All right. Other than that, year 2 just released on Monday or last Sunday, I believe. So go check that out, man. I spent a lot of time on that video project. It took me probably like 3 to 4 months to finalize, over 30 hours of Blender animations and all sorts of other crazy stuff. It's easily my biggest piece of work to date. So it would mean a lot if you would go over to my YouTube channel and take a look. I mean, it's 25 minutes, so I get it. You know, time and attention spans are relatively short, but yeah, definitely worthwhile to go out and watch that. All right. Just taking a look at some of our free practice times. It looks like Pinky is dropped into the sub 230s, so there's going to be some definite time to be made up here tonight, folks. I think these long rhythm sections are going to be really tough on these guys, because 250s just in general have a tough time just keeping that timing and staying in rhythm while you're actively qualifying. So it's gonna be tough, but these guys are the best, so we'll see. Oh man, what else? All right, we got 3.5 minutes before Group A qualifying is gonna go ahead and get started. So I don't know what else I can talk about. We can talk about how Vince Freeze should never be allowed to race an AMA Supercross ever again. I hate him. I've hated him forever. I think Weston Pike should come back and just beat his ass for fun. I think Feld would sell a lot of tickets if during the, I don't know, intermission period in between qualifying and the main event or the night show, they set up just like a makeshift cage or boxing ring and just let Weston Pike beat that guy's face in, because he's just so bad. Like, what was that cross jump, man? Like, J. Coop got around you. You knew the leaders were coming. You had the blue flag, and you're just gonna do some wild shit like that and almost cost a championship hunt. Like, dude, the AMA this year has been honestly some of the worst decision making, like officiating, all of that. Like, I didn't think it could get much worse. Like, it's kind of been, you know, we go back to like the 9 whoop rule for Supercross, and now it's like, oh, well, nobody prioritizes blitzing the whoops except for, I guess, Cole Davies, Ken Roxon, and Eli Tomac. They get rid of Dragon's backs. I understand that one, but like, dude, these are the best riders on the planet, and you're taking away obstacles that made this sport like difficult and really separated. Like, essentially you took away the skill gap. So yeah, it's 9 whoops. Everybody gets to just kind of roll double. Like, what? Come on. Also, I don't ever want to hear Bobby Reagan say like, oh, we blitz the whoops at Star. Dude, I could hit those whoops at the same speed Cooper Webb was hitting them, and I haven't ridden a dirt bike in like a year and a half, almost 2 years. So that is shameful. Well, J. Cooper Webb, you need to sit and learn from Cole Davies on how to hit Supercross whoops, because it's just unacceptable. Like, you have a multi-time champion, like the 3-time Supercross champion, that can't hit fucking whoops. Are you kidding me? And like Jacob, I don't even know what to say. At least his double line was fast. Whatever. I digress. We got 40 seconds, so I'm gonna get swapped over into the. I'm gonna get swapped over into our qualifying here, and we're gonna take a look. Take a look. We got the 642 of Berger out there, or 142. Yeah, Earthworks, I agree. Never should be allowed to race ever again. It's unreal that this has happened multiple times. But Ashton, the Nova rider, hey man, this guy is solid. He has been a fantastic competitor this season. He currently has the fastest qualifying time with a 2:26.16 as time expires for free practice. So we're gonna go ahead and get ready for Group A qualifying here. This long whoop section, I mean, see, this is what we need to bring back, man. We need to bring back stuff like this. All right, time has expired now. Looks like the Nova riders have really put on a show tonight as far as setting the bar early. Only half a second separating them, and then it gets significantly worse. The 777 of Panda and D looking to put themselves in a little better qualifying position, as everybody's going to get shoved back to pit, and we will have qualifying underway. 20 minutes on the clock, so oh man, I when Cool Whip sent this track over to me to do some pre-production or pre-broadcast production, I knew that they were going to do a speedway track, but I did not anticipate it to be this level of a speedway. Like, this is easily the largest footprint I've seen out of these guys this year. Almost, I would likely say ever. Like, this is going to be really tough. You see Ashton getting a little sideways in the whoops there as he's going to negate the lap, head back. Stay on board with him for this first lap. He's going to reset, get a better drive through the whoops. Obviously did not like the run he had. Oh my. All right, well, we'll hop on board with our current points leader, D. Oh, as he's going to go back to pit, negate the lap. See, this is the tough part about qualifying, folks, is like with a track that has a track length or a lap time of like 2.5 minutes, we are going to see guys negating laps. As soon as they make a mistake, it's going to be so tough. They're just going to go back to pit. So this might be a tough watch here tonight, but ooh, as D tucks the front, saves it a little bit there. I like that triple to the inside line. That looks insanely fast. You know, I've said this kind of all season long. This guy is not a guy that I worry too much about qualifying. I think he's more of a racer. He's super consistent. His fast laps in qualifying are relatively close to what his fast laps will be in the race. And he doesn't really, you know, vary from those laps that he puts in. And that can be tough because, you know, you got guys that are blazing fast for one lap, like very Caden Dudney-esque. And then you've got guys like this where it's like, yeah, man, he can run this pace for 15+1. It does not matter. This track will be tricky for a lot of these guys considering how long it is. You get that little bit of, when it comes to Supercross, you kind of remember the timing for each of the sections, and it can be a little difficult to remember when you have such long rhythm sections like this. As he gets a little cross-rutted there, goes sideways. Oh, comes up a little short. I don't know if this is going to be his best lap of the night, but just trying to get himself on the board here tonight, folks. I really like this split start. I think this is going to be really interesting. Maybe get rid of... It might add to the chaos a little bit, as, you know, guys are going to be coming head first at each other to go under that over-under bridge. But I don't know. We'll see. It's interesting. Ooh, D going to come up really short in this rhythm section. This is exactly what I'm talking about, folks. Like, these guys are going to have to be so dialed in tonight. And it's going to come down to timing. Well, and that is not what he wants to see. 7, almost 8 seconds back from our current fast lap of Blake on that PWR Neverland ride, who has put in a 2:27.652 early in this qualifying session. This is a great start for him, the Neverland rider. We've seen him be quite fast throughout this entire season, and he's definitely somebody to watch, and he definitely has the speed here tonight. Slaxy and Mackay, it's a 3-rider Neverland party on the podium as far as qualifying and timing and scoring is concerned. So Neverland boys found some speed here in Charlotte. Hop on board with Slaxy as Blake is going to go to pit. God, you can just tell, like, these rhythm sections are going to be so tricky for these guys. Hopefully Mackay is getting into a fast lap here as he comes around the final finish line corner. Not going to improve his time that lap around, but looks like he's going to head back out and go for another heater here. Good drive through the whoops. Like this wheel tap. Tries to tuck into the inside. Ooh, comes up a little short on that triple. The tough part about these tracks with how long they are, right, is, you know, there's so many different obstacles, and when it comes to, like, oh, if I come up short on this one jump, is it going to affect me for the rest of my lap? And the answer is yes. But I don't know if it's going to be that big of a detriment because you have so much more track to kind of find your rhythm, find your groove, as Ashton's going to put himself into the top spot with a 224.586. Wow, that is an absolute burner on this track. The Nova rider showing his speed once again in this 250 class. It's a fantastic performance out of him. Once again, love the elevated bull corner as Mackay's going to hit the deck. Unfortunate for him. Looks like he's still going to commit to the lap, though. Must have a little bit more time that he made up throughout the rest of the track, so. I'm curious to see how this track races tonight because it is such a long track and there's a lot of opportunity to gain and or lose time, so these guys are going to have to be dialed in for 15 minutes. Ooh, he's going to come up short trying to triple onto that table, unable to do so. Still going to elect to commit to the lap. Must have a lot of time up on his current time. See if he improves it, and he does not. We'll hop on board with the Nova rider as he looks to be on another burner here. Look at him. Standing throughout the corners. Just some of these guys out here are just so good. Comes up a little short, unable to get the triple out cleanly. Ooh, he's going to cross rut, not get a great drive out of the corner. Won't improve his time this time around, but we'll stick with him as he looks like he's going to put himself on another burner here tonight. Ooh, as he's going to go head first into the last whoop. Unfortunate for him. Hop on board with Blake as he looks like he's getting ready to put in another lap here tonight. We got the two Neverland riders basically head and tail right here. Currently sitting second. Ooh, he's going to get squirrely, not going to have a good drive through the whoops. Ends up saving it somehow. Like these guys standing all the way through the corners, trying to triple to that inside. That's going to be a really tricky line. Like I said, folks, with 2.5 minutes for an average lap time, I don't think we're going to see this track break down. So guys are going to be able to go fast all night long. Hop on board with Slaxy here as he looks to set sail for one of his fast laps tonight. 4 seconds back off the leader right now, so he's going to really have to try to push. 4.7, yeah, a little bit closer to 5 seconds actually. So this is going to be tough. I mean, like I said, there's a lot of time to be made up, and you know, when you see this, as far as a Supercross track goes, like, man, this is, if somebody said you were 4.7 seconds off the fastest qualifier, like, you're almost not making the night show for Supercross, but not here. I mean, it is entirely possible that somebody could be almost 5 seconds a lap. Hop on board with our current runner-up in points, Smuds. He's sitting 5th in qualifying. Looks like Panda has moved himself up into the 3 spot, but the Neverland rider here is putting in a good performance. Solid ride out of him. Some of these lines that they're uncorking on these 250s are absolutely insane. Oh, he's going to tuck the front and he'll head back to pit. Hop on board with Waylon on that Raceworks ride. Not somebody I've heard of before. but currently sitting 6-7 seconds back. He's going to be looking to improve his time here tonight in Charlotte. These guys are riding this more or less like an outdoor track with how deep these ruts are. Standing all the way through the corners is not your typical Supercross track here tonight. A little bit of a different rhythm through that section there. He's got the roll-offs on. I wonder if he's expecting rain. Ooh, with the Superman. I like that. That's great. Must know he's on camera. Gets a little sideways. Man, this track is going to be treacherous. Because if it does start to break down in kind of these main line sections, man, this is going to be tough. These guys are going to probably have to treat this more like an outdoor national than they would a Supercross race. Ooh, he's going to hit the deck. That is unfortunate. We'll hop back on. Ooh, it looks like Pinky, the Nova rider, has found yet again some speed late in this qualifying session. 7 minutes 16, or excuse me, just over 7 minutes in this qualifying session left. So guys are really, man, time is of the essence here. We cannot afford to really bail on laps or not commit to stuff. It's this time crunch now. As likely you'll only have 3 laps left. The Nova riders really setting the standard here tonight with a 2:24.586 out of Ashton. Obviously, this guy has the speed to do well here tonight. His teammate, though, looking to put in a good performance as he gets out of that long rhythm section clean, jumping to the inside, goes over the berm, gets a little squirrely on the exit. It's not going to improve his time, however. Hop back in with Blake on that PWR ride. He's currently sitting 3rd. Actually, he's gotten some screen time. We'll hop in the lone Honda rider, the 777 of Panda. This guy has been fantastic all season. I love watching this guy ride. I love watching how well he races, how skilled he is on the bike. I love the fact that he's not riding the KTM. So, switching it up. I approve. So he's going to get a great drive through the whoops. Not going to the inside, electing to go just outside of the very inside line. So interesting line choice out of him. He does get over that triple to the inside clean. Oh yeah, he is on a burner now. 4.6 seconds back from our leader. So he's got to put in the lap here tonight. Or on this time by, I would say. And it looks like he's pretty dialed in. Getting a lot of these big rhythms, staying low over these jumps. Ooh, he's gonna tuck the front. Oh, commentator's curse. Check back in with, looks like Jinx on that 651 Motorsports Husqvarna. He's currently sitting in 9th, 8.5 seconds back. So not a great start for the 651 Motorsports rider. But he's going to elect to negate the lap as time is winding down. See if Blake on that PWR Neverland ride, if he's going to be able to put in a fast lap. I mean, the amount of discretion, or not discretion, but discrepancies, the delta of how fast our leaders are versus what looks to be like, I don't know what what the second group of qualifying is. I think we only have 2 groups qualifying tonight, Group A and Group B. Man, there is going to be some interesting level of gaps as far as timing and scoring is concerned here tonight in Charlotte. We're talking guys that are normally qualifying into the main events are 12 seconds slower, so this is going to be tough. I am curious to see what the 450s are running for lap times tonight. I think those guys are going to be running just a little bit faster, just based on how much time is spent on track. So I would look to see that maybe those guys are breaking into like the 215 range. Blake getting out of that rhythm section clean, gets the quad out perfect right before the finish line, stays to the inside. Great drive out of the exit of the corner, and it will improve his time. He will move to 0.4 off of Ashton. So that is exactly what he needed late in this qualifying session. I'll give you a quick top 10 rundown as we have 2 minutes left of this session. Ashton on that Nova ride currently sitting in the lead with a 2:24.586. Has not improved his time since he set it a couple of minutes ago. Blake on that PWR ride in the 2 spot. Pinky, the other Nova rider, in the 3 spot. Only a second and a half back from his teammates, so it's going to be a good performance out of the Nova riders. The 777 of Panda, he's going to be sitting in the 4 spot, 3 seconds back, so looking to improve his time there. Berger on that Benetton Racing Husqvarna machine, he's going to put himself into the top 5, just over 4.5 seconds off the leader, so looking to improve it late in this qualifying session. Slaxy on that Neverland ride, he's going to be in the 6 spot. Smuds in the 7 spot. Whalen on that Raceworks KTM, he's going to be in the 8 spot, and Mackay on the Neverland ride. A lot of Neverland riders here tonight towards the top of qualifying. 7.6 seconds off the leader, however, or excuse me, 7.8 seconds off the leader in this group. He's going to find himself in the 9 spot and rounding out our top 10 as Jinx is going to move himself all the way to the 8 spot, 6.8 seconds back. Mackay on that Neverland ride, he will be our top 10. Time is about to expire, folks, so we'll stay on board to see if Ashton on that Nova ride is going to be able to put in one more fast lap, as there's 44 seconds left of qualifying. He's going to elect to negate the lap. Let's see if Blake is going to be able to dethrone him. Oh, he's going to tuck the front. Time is winding down. He's going to have 8 seconds to get to the finish line. Let's stay on board with Ashton. See, he's got one more attempt here. And he's going to get a little squirrely in the whoops. Ends up saving it somehow. I mean, that's just how talented these guys are. Like, they just know. Man, some of these guys are just so insanely good at this game. It is impressive to watch. Quadding in from the outside. Wow. Quad, double. This is absolutely insane. These are the big lines. This is why he's at the top step of qualifying right now. He has uncorked some unruly stuff. Time has expired, so we're going to stay on him. See if he can get even faster here in Charlotte. He comes up a little short in that rhythm section, and that's going to cost him some time there. See if he still commits to the lap. He might be up. Pinky able to close the gap down to under a 1/10 of a second, though. The 426 rider on the same second, on the same 1/10 of a second as his teammate. So the Nova riders showed up in force tonight in Charlotte. So be on the lookout for these guys. We might have a dominating performance out of him as Ashton's going to go off track. Don't know if this lap is going to count. We will see. And it does not, and that's going to do it for us for qualifying here in Charlotte, folks. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back for 250 heat number 2. So stay with me, folks. We'll be back in just a moment, and we'll get ready. We'll get ready to go racing here in Charlotte.
I'm like the jail, the Drake in my city. Fuck what they say, they won't say that shit to me. I'm in downtown, all my brothers is with me. Shout out my boys from the 70s, shout out my boys from the 60s. They know what's in me. Shout out my boys from the 17, they really know how I was living. Oh, if I see the car, I heard that they got a problem with me. Told them cut on my face, but they faking it fraud. Drive through the hood in Lamborghini cars. I might just give 100 to my dog. Like, thank you for holding it down, and I'm sorry if you ever felt like that was love lost.
Fresh Kid Z, Fresh Kid C, yes sir. Fresh Kid P, Fresh Kid T. Oh yeah, we back. Oh, is that for the yeah, Jones. Yeah. Chitty bang, and we pretty much amazing. Can we hear your new song, please? I got you. Hey yo, I once was a kid, all I had was a dream. More money, more problems. When I get it, I'ma pound it up. Now I'm dope on the bread, we can toast so fresh. How we feel, everybody get this down. Once was a kid with the other little kids. Now I'm ripping up shows and them fans going wild with us. Tell mommy I'm sorry, this life is a party. Remember you was a kid. Google me the images. Follow me, I'm the leader. And when I park cars, I don't pay for the meter. I remember I was younger as a kid, it was the best. I used to suck on all the pretty girls and reset. I'm at my peak, yes, I won't leave yet. Cereal style, cereal aisle, I need checks. I can make these rappers run like a hard drill. Rock band, show you how the guitar feel. And I could care less how y'all feel. I got a flow to make a bitch do a cartwheel. This is that good, just puff it and relax, bro. And you can get it free, don't worry about the tax, no. And Zap Fool, thank you for the crack. But I play around Burgundy, I anchor on the track. Hey, yo, I once was a kid, all I had was a dream. More money, more problems. When I get it, I'ma pound it up. I was made in gold, fall asleep inside my wrist.
All right, folks, we are back here for 250 heat number 2 in just a moment. But hey, let's talk about our qualifying results of the evening. A outstanding performance out of the Nova rider of Ashton as he puts himself on top with a 2:24.586. His teammate, well, I'm not sure. The 4:26 of Pinky on that SKR KOD also puts himself within the same 10th of a second separating these guys. I mean, this is absolutely incredible. 300ths of a second separating these two guys right here tonight. So definitely one to watch for the main event and potentially the heat races. The 301 of Blake on that PWR Neverland ride with a 225 flat. So still a solid performance out of the PWR rider. His teammate Chase puts in a 226.784. So not too far off his teammate, but a little bit further off than he would like to be as far as the front runners are concerned. And rounding out our top 5 will be none other than the 777 of Panda MX. A fantastic qualifying position out of him as he looks to try to claw back some points that are desperately needed out of this series. The 24 of D, however, a tough showing in qualifying, but hey, nevertheless, like, I'm not worried about it. This guy's going to be good. He's going to be good in the motos. He's going to be good in the main events. This is his bread and butter. This is his MO. I'm not saying he never qualifies well, but this is clearly not a concern for him to go fast one lap. I think we're going to be expecting 15 solid minutes out of this guy all night long. So that's going to do it for our qualifying, though, as we are trying to get loaded in to 250 heat number 2. Oh man, what is going on here? Something is drastically wrong with my computer. Stream is super laggy. Huh, interesting. Not sure what's going on here, folks. Try to... Let me make sure that this stream is actually doing what it needs to do. Connect to it. All right. Sorry about that, folks. A little bit of technical difficulties here in Charlotte tonight. But nevertheless, we're back. We're back. Whoever made this track, I hate you because I can't race sand, but great work. Yeah, Peach, I get it, man. It's a tough one, but I don't know. I got a lot of love. This is one of the coolest tracks I've ever seen as far as a Supercross SMX style layout speedway track. I think they did a fantastic job with the layout. It is unfortunate that you can't race sand though, but hey, there's always next week, man. Oh, you did make it in. You're in 250 heat too, dude. Like, what are you talking about? We'll give you a quick rundown of our 252 heat race number 2 entries for tonight. We've got the 38 of MXer on that VCR CBS ride. Ooh, little change of the team action for the SRL officiant. The 159 of Raceboy on that TPR Dirt Lab ride. The 160 of Wub on that MMR Wax Machine. The 163 of Smuds. Hey, watch out for this guy. He qualified really well tonight, so he's going to be definitely one to look out for. We've got the 183 of Sweets on that East Action Sports Husqvarna. The 197 of Peach on that So-Called Designs First Form ride on the Honda. It's not the lone Honda tonight. Panda's got his work cut out for him. The 198 of Chase on that PWR ride. The 208 of JS on that Dignant, DGNT. I think that's what that's supposed to be. His teammate Maxo, the 215 machine. The 270 of Dill on that Nova Academy SPS ride. The 283 of Mackay on the Neverland machine. The 323 of Matt on his privateer effort. The 373 of Dunny. The 426 of Pinky on that Nova machine. An outstanding qualifier tonight. He's definitely one to watch. He's going to be plenty fast here tonight. The 462 of Froxy on that Chesco Boiz Racing Husqvarna. The 568 of Slaxy on that Neverland ride. The 743 of Not Mason MMR Waxed Rider. Wow, numbers are hard tonight, folks. 813 of Lustafin on that NRC MWS KTM. The 902 of Papa Spence on that MMR Wax Machine. And the lone Yamaha of the 905 of Yami on that MDR SPS RGC Yamaha. So we got a pretty solid heat race here coming up, folks. I'm definitely going to be watching Pinky. He's been great on the starts all season long. He is definitely one to watch. I think I got him for the whole shot. I would not put it past Froxy. He's been a fantastic rider this season as well. The Chesco Boiz rider. Not Mason's also been a standout rider as well. Sweets on that East Action Sports ride. I mean, he qualified pretty well tonight as well. So it's kind of, I think I'm gonna put Pinky up against Smuds for this heat race win. It really just depends on, capitalizing on making passes. If you do get a good start, just try to run away with it, and just try to be mistake free. But it is going to be tough here tonight, folks. This track is long. It is very challenging. It has lots of different lines that you have to remember, and quite frankly, I don't know if I'd be able to do it. I have goldfish brain, but nevertheless, looks like we've got about 8 minutes before we're gonna go racing for 250 heat number 2. So maybe just waiting on a couple more people to load in. It looks like everybody is synced in and ready to go. We'll just do a quick ping check. Ooh, Maxo on that Dignant ride with 240 ping tonight. So that's gonna be tough. That is going to be difficult to deal with. Oh man. Yeah. Maybe we'll do let me do some kit stuff. We can throw it in old free roam cam, run around, take a look at kits. I didn't get a ton of kits sent in this week. I heard there's like a freestyle section on the opposite end of the track. Oh yeah, here it is. We got some guys doing some jumps out here. Slaxy throwing it down. Oh yeah, we got Dylan on that Nova Academy SBS ride. Absolutely tossing it. Wub. Ooh, comes up way short. Good night. Smud's getting kind of stylish over the freestyle ramps. JS trying to throw a backflip, comes up wicked under rotated. Oh, here, let me do this. You guys cannot see what I'm doing. We'll just pop this over so you guys can at least see what's going on. Oh my God. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Mackay with an absolute tosser off of that. Smuds going upside down and backwards, Nick Thomasuna style. Oh man, it's like Nitro World Circus over here. Or Nitro World Tour. Can't remember what it's called anymore. I like the floater out of Wub. Nothing crazy. JS absolutely tossing it, but he's gonna hit the deck. Peach T getting in on the action. Papa Spence with the boner air, I like that. Ooh, comes up short. Well, all right, folks. We know what that sound is. It means it's time to go racing here tonight. So, for our 250 heat number 2, Pinky electing to go to the outside or right side. Very inside of, or technically the middle. I don't know. Electing to go with the left-hand turn with the roller. But the revs are up for 250 heat number 2. Who's going to be the first to the first corner? And the gate is down. Pinky did get a good jump, but he loops out, unable to get a great start in this heat race. We will see who's going to have it. It looks like Smuds on the Neverland ride. He's going to be out front early on in this heat race. This is exactly what he needed. The Neverland boys have taken this heat race completely over. This is a hostile invasion here in Charlotte, North Carolina, as Slaxy puts himself into the lead. His teammates Mackay and Smuds are hot on their heels, and they have already started to open up a gap early on. So we're gonna swap over to our TV cameras, folks, and get ready to go racing here. As out front, Slaxy trying to pull away with his teammates Smuds and Mackay in tow. But here comes our second fastest qualifier of the night, Pinky, and that Nova machine. This guy is a force to be reckoned with. A bad jump, but still able to get himself into the 5 spot early on. This is a fantastic performance out of him. Way to capitalize on that. But man, these heat races are going to be tough. You are not going to have a lot of laps on this track, so mistakes are going to be costly. As Slaxy has found himself a little bit of breathing room as Smuds, Mackay, and Pinky are locked in a battle for second. Pinky trying to claw his way forward. He definitely has the pace to do it, but what did I say, folks? I said it was going to be Smuds. Smuds and Pinky. Both these guys have been fantastic all season long, as Smuds going to make a small mistake, not able to double. That's going to give up the position to Pinky, and his teammate Mackay trying to get up the inside on him. Unable to do so, but now Pinky's got to put his sights on the front runner of Slaxy. Smuds trying to claw his way back, not wanting to let go. And I mean, he's not too far off. He's still right there, so these small mistakes, they start to add up. Death by 1,000 paper cuts. So if he could make a good, clean rhythm through these long rhythm sections, he will have an easier time. It looks like Slaxy did make a mistake in that long rhythm section, and that has allowed the Nova and Neverland riders to close up within 2 seconds of him. So This is going to be tough here. 3 minutes plus a lap in this in this heat race as they are going side by side through this long rhythm section. Pinky trying everything, trying to stay low, gets the quad out. Both of them come up short. Slacks, he's gonna nose pick and put it into the dirt as Smuds is gonna take the 2 spot and Pinky moves himself into the lead. Well, and now we are going to see exactly what this guy can do, as already he has opened up a 3-second gap on the second place position. Smuds still holding on to that. The Neverland Riders trying to find a good position here. As far as qualifying, or as far as a transfer position is concerned, these guys are all safe with Smuds, Slacksy, and Mackay holding on to the top 5. Chase in rounding out the top 5 as he goes up the inside of Mackay, puts him over the, not off the berm, but outside the whoops. He makes a 2-for-1 pass as he's headed to the front. The PWR rider getting very aggressive in this heat race. And it looks like Pinky has gone down. That's going to allow Slacksy Smuds to the lead. Trying to watch battles, but man, this is getting it's going to be chaotic. It's going to be so hard. Smuds exactly what he needed. Capitalize on these mistakes. We're going to check back in with this battle though. Slacksy, Chase, and Pinky are locked in a 3-rider battle. Chase going to go up the inside, close the door. Pinky's going to get both on the inside of them though. The Nova rider, I mean, this is going to be a fantastic battle to watch here, folks. The battle for second is raging on. The PWR and Nova riders are locked in step with each other as they go flying through these rollers. And now Smuds has made a mistake. That's going to allow Pinky back to the lead. And Chase goes down, unfortunate for him. So now we got to try to find where people are at on track. Pinky's going to make a mistake. That's going to allow Smuds by. All right, we might just have to stick on the leader and see what's going on here because time is winding down. Smuds going to make a huge mistake, get stuck in. Oh no, he's stuck in the over-under jump. That's going to be insanely costly. As now Chase puts himself into the lead. Mackay right there. Slacksy also right on his heels. And here comes Pinky. Chase gonna make a mistake. Oh my goodness. I just can't look away. This is insane. Mackay and Slacksy coming up short. These 250s are struggling to get through these rhythm sections with these bigger lines. As Chase is gonna go into the back of Mackay, come up a little short on the finish line double. And now Pinky's going to try to make the pass on the outside as they go through the whoops. Pinky with a little bit better of a drive, drops the front, but that is not going to do it. Chase and, oh, it looks like Slacksy and Mackay got together. Oh, and they do it again. Folks, I don't even know how to call this race anymore, if I'm being honest. Time has expired. White flag will be out this time by, but quite frankly, this has been utter chaos. I cannot wait for the LCQ because that is going to be the best race of the night, bar none. As Pinky's going to go down in that rhythm section, Chase is down in the off the track. I honestly, I'm not really sure. I lost where I was. Okay. So Pinky still has the lead. Slacksy in second, Mackay in third, Smuds in fourth. Chase has dropping positions rapidly. So it looks like he has decided to retire. I don't know, we'll see. This might be an attempted murder here shortly, as he has dropped from the lead position all the way back to 13th. Pinky's still holding on to the lead. Oh yeah, he's just slowly rolling around, so we will see what happens here, folks. as Slaxy's going to hit the deck, allow his teammate Mackay to get around him. Time has expired, though. It looks like Chase has elected to retire. Maybe a controller disconnect? Oh, it's got to be his controller disconnecting. If that's the case, that is unfortunate for the PW rider, as he's going to be setting his sights on the LCQ here tonight. White flag out for Pinky, though. So we will have 1 lap left to go. Oh my gosh, just can't. He's going to need a lawyer for that case. That was incredible. We'll check back in. Mackay still holding on to the 2 spot, 4.5 seconds back from him. Slaxy in the 3 spot. All right, timing and scoring has. Pretty sure he ran out of gas. Oh, that is unfortunate. Yeah, you put it on that 1 liter so the bike is really light for qualifying. You forget to do that. That is unfortunate for him, as the Neverland riders have locked themselves into another battle. Oh my God, Slaxy gets cross-rutted, throws himself over the berm. That's gonna allow Smuds to kind of close the gap a little bit. But out front, I mean, this guy has been fantastic. I mean, the mistakes are just gonna come tonight. Like, it's just, it is what it is. A tough performance for the PWR rider as he runs out of gas. Allegedly, we'll have to head to the pits and understand what was going on there. Looks like Sweets has also retired, the East Action Sports rider, so maybe he knows a little bit more than we do here up in the booth. Time winding down now. Let's go check our transfer spot, who is going to be Dunny and Dill on that Nova. Oh God. Well, we'll try to we'll lock back into that transfer spot battle in just a moment. Looks like they're not as close as they should be, but Dill on that Nova Academy, 4 seconds back from the transfer. We only have a couple more corners to go for the Nova rider, as he is going to light the candles for the first time here in Charlotte. One more time through this long rhythm section. Let's see if he can get it cleanly, as the checkered flag is out. He will have done it. Pinky wins heat number 2 here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Outstanding performance out of him. Mackay on the Neverland ride, he's gonna finish in second, if all things go to plan. Smuds in the 3 spot. We're gonna check back in. It looks like MXer has found himself in the 4 spot. A fantastic ride for the VCR CBS rider, so shout out to him. Froxy on that Chesco Boiz Racing, he's gonna be in the 5 spot, or excuse me, 6 spot. But let's check back in here. It looks like Dill has found the rear wheel of Dunny, so this is for a transfer spot. I don't see the takeout happening, as Dunny's gonna slam the door on the inside and cross the line in 10th. Dill with cuts is going to take the final transfer spot away from him. Oh, that is a heartbreaker. The Nova Academy SPS rider just barely squeaks in, but Dunny unable to get it done here tonight in heat number 2. Oof. That is tough, folks. Hey, we're going to take a short break, and we're going to get right back for 250 LCQ. And, I mean, if the heat race, I mean, it's, listen, folks, it's going to be a 2-lap sprint is what this is going to be. So guys like Chase, Sweets, you know, these guys are going to be going into this heat race, and it is 2 laps. So I wish wish everybody the best. But hey, we're going to take a short break and we'll be right back for 250 LCQ here in Charlotte. So stay tuned.
I was made in gold, fall asleep, it's on my resume. Feeling low, pop the ceiling, please don't hesitate. Peeling off, chasing rats, keep me insane. I don't want to wrap my mind around her every day. Any night, anyway, I'ma ride for you. Dollar signs, pockets swole, like it's swine. Many fold, many try. Feet up, targeting me like a problem. Be up, sovereign, what you want, I got. And in my hindsight, all of this becoming silly. If I made a milli, then my mommy made a milli. Clearly on my next step, took me 4 hours. Why you can be my guest? Hard to catch sunshine, waiting by my desk. Yeah. You want fun times, I need nothing less. I don't wanna wait too long, do I have to? A lot of racing thoughts in my head. Mess around and played your part, send you back to one shot like I never missed. Back-to-back shots on your bitch, you can have her back. Yeah, diamonds on my wrist, I always wanted that. Yeah, shorty got me pissed, I always wanted that. Yeah, she coming with me and she ain't coming back. No, yeah, and you can have her back, I can't let her go.
my taste bitch. Y'all can't talk about basic. We might be more Power Ranger. My niggas all so dangerous. Y'all niggas talk outrageous. Don't get caught in the matrix. Got that touch my savior. Keep it that touch with my haters.
All right, folks, we are back and we are getting ready for 250 LCQ action. I mean, talk about a stacked 250 LCQ. We got Sweets on the East Action Sports. We've got Chase on the PWR ride. Hopefully he had his mechanic put in some gas before he went out to the line tonight. Or for this race. So he rode fantastic while he was still able to on track. For that heat race, but man, a tough scenario for the PWR rider. As we got like 12 minutes. I mean, this lobby just opened up. We'll give you a kind of a rundown of who's going to be in this LCQ here tonight. We got Shark, the privateer rider, finding his way here. The 155 machine, the 160 of Wub on that MMR wax machine. The 183 is Sweets on the East Action Sports ride. Unfortunately, the 197 of my very own Peach Tea finding himself in the LCQ. So hopefully he figures it out. I mean, I'd love to see him in the main event tonight. The 198 of Chase on the PWR ride, he's going to find himself in this LCQ. I likely pick him to be the favorite to win it tonight. The 276 of Slicked Up on the Bloodline Racing. The 317 of Elder. The 323 of Matt on the Privateer effort. The 373 of Dunny, who we watched fell victim to cuts in that heat race. So he finds himself in the LCQ, not where he wants to be. The 435 of Renix on the MMR wax machine. Lil Nimmers, the 511 Husqvarna rider. The 523 of Bandit Nation on the MMR wax machine. Man, a lot of MMR riders, a lot of Neverland riders. That's a pretty large team, I would have to say. 592 of Snuff the Rooster Movement. Is that what that is? MVMT. 598 of I'm to Go 67. Okay. Moving on, 743 of Not Mason, the MMR waxed rider. The 813 of Loose Defend, the 902 of Papa Spence, the 905 of Yami, and the 942 of Bucket on that MOR CBS machine. We got a pretty solid LCQ here tonight, folks. I think this is going to be probably one of the better ones to watch. Like I said, I think it's going to be like a 2-minute or a 2-lap sprint. Well, might be 3 laps. I don't know. The heat race was 4 for the leaders, so it's probably going to be close to 5 minutes. So that would be 2 laps. I mean, time won't expire first time around, but I don't know. You never know. It was 4 laps for the heat, so this track is not going to break down at all tonight, folks. Guys are going to be able to go fast all night, but what they are going to run into is the timing issues that we saw, people making mistakes, but it is what it is. What up, Rodax? Glad to see that you're in chat. Thanks for coming over and watching the stream, man. I really appreciate that. I'm excited to have you on board for MotoCut this year. Again, I'll make another shameless plug for that. If you guys are an editor or you know an editor for MX Bikes, get your submissions in. You have 2 weeks left to get it done. We're going to be reviewing those here in the 22nd of March. So get them in, get them done. We want to see them. We'll be announcing the top 10 on stream, or we'll be reviewing the top 10 on stream. So from there, I mean, we got like $400 in prizes and cold hard cash, man. This is going to be fun. It's going to be a good time. We've got a fantastic lineup of judges. We got Pelster, we have Pax, we have Rodax, myself, Josh Hoffman, my podcast host or co-host, that we host a weekly review. We've got Dash Pack, we've got Veggie from Session MX. Man, it's a solid lineup of top quality creators in the MX bike space. What's the link? Yeah, give me 1 sec. I'll drop the link for you in chat here, folks, so we can get you squared away. Normally I throw it in the description. I must have forgot to do that, but here's the link. Head over to SoCalled DJs / MotoCut-2026 for more information on the event. Submissions are due at midnight on March 22nd, or 11:59 on March 22nd, and then we will have a week to review the top 10 finalists, and we will set the stream date for those. Make sure you read the rules, folks. 100%. You will be disqualified from the event if you do not follow the rules. So I want to make sure everybody understands that there's some stipulations. We want to see some fresh content and be able to, you know, see some high quality stuff. It is geared towards the best of the best. So bring your best effort forward. Don't just slap this one together. Put some effort in. But I am really excited for that event. It's going to be such a fun event, and I'm glad to be kind of carrying the torch after Documoto went away. It made me sad that, you know, the guys over there, all of the Fat Friends and Valor, unfortunately life gets busy, and you know, we don't have time to make edits for video games all that much anymore. And I know there's a ton of effort that goes into this event, so I do appreciate those guys hosting Documoto for as long as they did. It was a really cool event. I was glad to be a part of it, glad to be a finalist. But we're gonna take the torch and we're gonna carry it on. So stay tuned for that. Name GUID number actions. Huh, interesting. Don't know how that happened, but interesting name. Looks like we got a couple more people loading in for this 250 LCQ, and then we're gonna go ahead and get ready to go racing. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I might throw another shameless plug. Go watch year 2 on this YouTube channel, man. I spent a lot of time making that video, and it would mean a lot, whether you like it or not. Just go take a look. I don't know why it says that, but it's Raceboy TPR. Oh, that's wild. I mean, if that was somebody's in-game name, like, man, that's... I mean, we've got I'm to Goat 67, and maybe he comes out and wins. Like, I'll eat my words. But name GUID number actions, that's a solid player name. Yeah, 100%. Like, I think I like that more than the 17 3-letter acronyms attached to the name, but I don't know. It is what it is. Hey, but that is what we were waiting for, folks. We know what that sound is. We're getting ready to go racing here for our 250 LCQ in just a moment. So we're going to get swapped over to our cameras here. We're going to get on the free roam cam. Let's get this up and running. Looks like the guys are getting their bikes warmed up as we get ready to go racing for the shortest race of the Supercross season, I will say, as we will have a 2 to 3 lap sprint for this 250 LCQ. Who's going to be the first to the first corner? Gate is down. Looks like Not Mason with a good jump, but he's going to get collected in the first corner. Who's going to be out front? It's none other than Chase, the PWR rider. Oh, Not Mason did not get collected. He finds himself in the 2 spot, but he is side by side with Slicked and Yami, the lone Yamaha, up into the 3rd position for this LCQ. 4 and under a half minutes for this LCQ, folks. This is going to be a close one. Oh, there is a red flag. Oh, man. This is going to be tough, folks. We are re-racking for 250 LCQ, so. Oh, it looks like Peach T did not pick a gate, so he's switching it up. Rocking that new season 17 gear. Love the look of that. All right. Well, the 15-second board isn't up, but the revs are up here. All right, revs are up. We're going to re-rack them and get ready to go racing again here for 250 LCQ in Charlotte, North Carolina. Who's going to be the first to the first corner again? A little less of a pile up this time, but Chase on that PWR rider does 2 for 2 for LCQ hole shots. I'm the GOAT. Man, he's getting the luck of a lifetime as Bandit and Yami are currently holding on to the top 4. The lone Yamaha rider with another fantastic start along with the PWR rider. So this is exactly what this guy needed early on. We're going to hop on board with Chase as we get ready to go racing for 250 LCQ here, folks. An early lead. I mean, this is kind of what I expected out of this guy. He was fantastic in the heat race. A little bit of mechanical issue. Oh, as he's going to get a little sideways, unable to make the double even out of this triple. Gives a quick look back so he doesn't get landed on. I'm to go at 67. No way. Oh my God, I'm going to eat my words. I'm going to have to eat my words tonight. This is a fantastic ride out of this guy. The lone Yamaha as Renix on the MMR wax ride is going to get around him, but Yami will hold on to the final transfer spot as he elects to go inside, does hit GOAT, who is was doing a little pirouette action. Three and a half minutes in this LCQ left to go, so there is not a lot of time, and there never really is, but there's not a lot of laps as Yami's going to get in the back of Renix. We'll hop on board with this transfer battle as Papa Spence is going to make a huge mistake, and that's going to allow Sweets, or excuse me, Bandit is going to make a mistake, and Papa Spence's Sweets are going to be locked in for this transfer fight. Side by side through the rollers. This is exactly what we wanted to see out of this 250 LCQ. Sweet's gonna go up the inside. Oh, how did you not die? Papa Spence able to thwart off the pass attempt as he went over the top. But Sweets is not letting go. Not Mason has also entered the chat. He's got a little bit better of a drive, but he's gonna come up short, get out of rhythm. Sweet's case is that man, this is gonna be so hard to call this. Sweet's still holding on to the 5th spot. Not Mason has entered into this battle here for the final transfer spot. Slicked up in 6th. I mean, these guys are all within a second as Sweets is gonna make the pass on Papa Spence to take over the final transfer spot. With a minute 49 left, we will have a lap, 2 laps left to go this time by. So a 3-lap LCQ. This is going to take absolute perfection out of these guys here. A single mistake might cost them their way to the main. Yami has found the rear wheel of Renix, though. So we've got a battle for second here in this LCQ. This is a good performance out of him. You know, he's missed the main event a couple of times this season, but I'm glad to see that he's found his stride as we hit the halfway point in this Supercross season. So Shout out to the MDR SPS RGC rider, as he's going to make the pass up the inside. Sweet's kind of sitting on an island now as Papa Spence has dropped off the pace a little bit. He does have some pressure from Not Mason, so we'll stay on this battle here. And I mean, out front, Chase has just opened up a 10-second gap. This guy, this is exactly what I expected out of him. We saw a mechanical issue in that heat race, but he has opened up a substantial lead now. So we'll stay on this battle here for the 2 spot, as it looks like Yami does have cuts. So now Sweets moves into the 3 spot and essentially saves himself a trip to the truck, as it looks like Renix is going to make a mistake, and the East Action Sports rider has put his sights on the MMR wax machine. Getting a little squirrely as they head into this elevated bowl turn. Ooh, Sweets is going to come up short. Not Mason also makes a mistake, and that's going to allow Shark, the privateer. Oh my. It is absolute carnage in this LCQ. This track is difficult for the 250 guys. Time has expired, so Chase will have the white flag out. We'll have 1 lap left to go in this LCQ. Yami finds himself in the 2 spot. Sweets now feeling the pressure from Not Mason. He has an MMR sandwich to deal with right now. This Renix has opened up a little bit of a lead. He's got some breathing room, but cuts are going to come into play here as Not Mason and Sweets go head to head. Oh, he's going to come up short. That's going to allow Not Mason to take the position away. If you're Sweets, you have to respond. The white flag is out. This is not what you want. You're still currently holding on to the final transfer spot as far as timing and scoring is concerned, but you cannot let Mason get any further away from you, as he's going to make the pass up the inside. A little bit better drive through the whoops. Gets that triple to the inside very clean. Now we can hear Renix having a little bit of issues in that corner. We're going to stay on this transfer fight as much as we can. We'll check back in with our leader real quick, as it looks like he has opened up a 15-second lead. Yami on that MDR SPS Yamaha is going to find himself going to the main event. Hopefully. This is a good performance out of him. Renix on that East Action Sports ride. He currently is sitting in the final transfer spot as far as timing and scoring is concerned with cuts. So it looks like Sweets putting himself in a good position, staying on track, trying to minimize mistakes here tonight. Not Mason, not too far behind. I mean, a mistake out of Sweets could cost him. Looks like Renix is going to make a mistake, and they're going to go side by side through this roller section one more time. Check back in out front. I just want to make sure that we don't miss the finish line, as it looks like Sweets is going to try to make a pass on the outside, unable to do so. Renix shuts the door, comes up short though, and that's going to allow the East Action Sports rider to finally take over the 3rd position on track. Not just timing and scoring, but all eyes are on this guy, as he has 1 final corner left to go. He will light the candles for the 250 LCQ here in Charlotte. Chase, the PWR rider, has done it. He finds himself in the main event. Yami also finding himself going to the main event, as it looks like Sweets did find the rear wheel of him, but this is a great ride out of the MDR SPS rider. Finally gets to see himself going to the main. So he's just going to try to bring it home. Sweets goes a little off track. Renix in the 4th spot, so that might do it. We'll see if Not Mason is able to dethrone his teammate, and he will not. So headed back to the truck is Not Mason, the MMR Wax Rider. Sweets, Yami, Renix, and Chase headed to the main event here tonight, folks. I mean, fantastic performance out of Chase on that PWR ride. That's exactly what we expected out of him. I kind of figured that it was going to be a pretty sizable gap, as he does finish the race with a 24-second lead. So we expect to see him out front for the main event. I think it's gonna be one of those. We'll check a look at fastest lap time. I mean, he's running 3 seconds faster than the rest of the field, so I would be hard pressed to say that he doesn't have a chance to try to win this one here tonight. So maybe rags to riches story for him, but hey, we're gonna take a short break and we'll be right back with our 250 main event in just a moment, folks.
Ain't nobody waiting, ain't nobody waiting. God, yeah, I'm good. God, yeah, I'm good. God, yeah, I'm good. I can't stay away for you. 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 Ain't nobody waiting, ain't nobody waiting. They wanna see you touch the ground with a back like that. Put your mama in the back and just fall like that. Green eyes from beneath the cushion, getting no pain. Tell me I just step in. I'm about to like that, yeah. I'm gonna work that shit, yeah. I don't wanna get this kid, yeah. I'm about that wrist, yeah. We gon' get this, hit this, yeah. She gon' dance with shit, yeah. She gon' catch a bitch, yeah. She gon' buy a new Benz, yeah. She gon' buy a new Benz, yeah. I know she was crazy for me. I'm here to follow you, and she was crazy for me. How much you fall for? How much you fall for? How much you fall for? For me, I'm waiting for you.
Bitch, right off the back, I need y'all to flex. All of this stunting look good for my ex. All of these zeros look good on my checks. I got like 2 or 3 phones for business and bitches and still can't even answer a text. Yeah, we in a spot, we won't give it a rest. They be saying that liquor gon' catch up to you, nigga. It ain't caught up to me yet. I hit the road, I'm out of state, nigga. see me fall, yeah. Talking dollar with my goal, yeah. We gon' run around the globe, yeah. You gon' want that shit from home, yeah. Kawasaki on the road, yeah. Yeah. Nigga wanna see me fall. Stephen Curry, how I ball. Gosha garments and a white 3 on my body. I'm an icon, man. And my girl about a 10. I should fuck her in the Benz. Niggas say they run my hometown. I don't know how I'm the prince here, man. All we talk about is checks. Cash, rack, bills, mud, stacks. Ew, I'm in love with my squad. Fuck, shit, oh my
Nigga wanna
God.
see me fall. I been focused on the door. I don't really give a damn about what they talking about. The ranked up, man. All they gonna do is go. Winning, we just kept it low. Supermodels in the bando. Is there anywhere that we can't go, man?
Lead your critter to the club, yeah. You know I don't give a fuck, yeah. Throwing money at the night shift out in BK on a weekday, man. I got friends that's moving packs.
We're not just creating gear. We're crafting a statement. A statement that you are bold, fearless, and ready to conquer any challenge that comes your way. We're about pushing limits, defying the odds, and showing the world what you're made of. And when you wear the label, you're not just showing up. You're setting the standard. You're telling the world that you're not just in the game, but you're here to win.
And we are back for our final race of the night, our 250 main event coming up in just a moment here, folks. Man, what a fantastic night of racing it has been already so far. I got to give a huge shout out to the SIRL track crew of Cool Whip, Logan, Earthworks, all of those guys. They did a fantastic job on this one. This has been really exciting to call. Exciting to call, but also difficult to call because of just how challenging this track is for these 250 riders. I mean, this has just been chaos throughout. It's going to be difficult to hot lap, as Mystery said. Yeah, I mean, this track, it kind of, you get a lot of separation. Guys kind of settle into a pace really quickly, but, you know, man, if you're trying to run as fast as you possibly can on this track, you will likely get burned with mistakes. So consistency is going to be key here tonight. Obviously, if you can run fast and consistent, man, that's just the ultimate key to the race. I don't know what Ricky could probably say something like that, but I do agree. I think Chesco's race league, they'll have some good races. I did the first one just to see how it was gonna go. It went badly for me, but it's not a dig on them. I just suck at this game now, even with 2,800 hours. I'm not good, but hey, it is what it is. But we've got our 250 main event coming up here in just a moment. We're waiting on people to kind of get it synced in, but man, I got my eyes on the 406 of Ashton, the 568 of Slaxy. We've got Chase, the 198 PWR rider that definitely has the speed to win here tonight. Obviously the 24 of D on that black rifle ride. Not really where he would like to be pacing wise, but man, he is consistent. And when you have consistency on a track like this, it definitely plays into your favor. So definitely one that I'm going to be watching. Blake on that PWR Neverland ride. I mean, he's always one that's been up there. So I think close to the top 5. We saw the 38 machine of MX, or he got 4th in his heat race. I think that's like one of his best heat race finishes of the season. So he's riding with confidence. We've got the 426 of Pinky, who's clearly has the hot lap speed. He definitely deserves to be running up front. He ran up front for quite a bit during that heat race. I mean, it's so tough to tell with a track like this. The rhythm sections are so long. These 250s are struggling to get through it just based on traction. So I honestly, I don't even know who I would pick to win tonight. I think, and even the 163 of Smuds, I said it before we even dropped the gate for Heat 2. Like, he could win. So I don't know. It really all depends. How consistent can these guys be? We've got our guys coming out of the LCQ with Sweets, Yami. This has to be a really exciting moment for him. One of the first main events that he's made it into. So he's happy to be here, and he rode fantastic in that LCQ. This is exactly what I'd expect out of him. He's been trying for all season long and just coming up short. But now he's in a main event. Now he gets to put some points up on the board. So that's got to feel good for him. There's a handful of names that I don't recognize. Oh, yeah, the 777 of Panda. Like, he's got speed too, and he's consistent. So definitely some eyes out here, or some guys out here that I will be watching closely tonight. So it's going to be a good race tonight, I think. I really do think so. We got like 7 minutes before we get loaded on the gate for our 250 main event here, though, folks. So stay tuned. It's gonna be a good one, I think. I do want to give a quick shout out to all the people that have been in chat tonight. I do appreciate your viewership. It means the world that you guys come out and watch these races. I try to do a good job broadcasting. I know I'm not everybody's favorite, and I miss stuff from time to time, but trying to do my best. I do this for free. I'm also 31 years old actually, so I'm old. I've lost my fast twitch, muscle fibers, and all sorts of other stuff. I miss a lot of stuff, and I try to cover the race as best I can. But hey, we know what that sound is, folks. We are getting ready to get loaded for our 250 main event, so we're gonna swap over and get ready to go here, as guys are loading the gate here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Make sure we get that up so you guys can see timing and scoring. 21 riders on the gate. Looks like somebody might have missed the gate, though. We are missing a rider for this main event. Oh boy. Well, it looks like we're just gonna go racing. 15-second board is up. Revs are up. And we're getting ready to go racing here in North Carolina for round 6. Gate is down. Who's going to be the first to the first corner? Oh boy. And it looks like none other than the Nova riders lockstep out front, but Ashton gets hit by his own teammate and sent to the ground. So that is an unfortunate beginning for him. Out front, though, Pinky able to stay alive. He does mess up the rhythm section. Mackay and Sweets have found themselves into the lead as Chase and Pinky get connected with Smuds in tow. So it is a Neverland East Action Sports fist fight out front early on. Sweet's going to make a small mistake. That's going to allow Mystery to find himself into the 3rd spot. Dill, Smuds, and Blake now rounding out the top 6. Not the start we expected out of the Nova squad, as they are buried deep in the pack early on. Another, oh man, it is just carnage here in North Carolina. We're gonna get swapped over, as it looks like Sweets has found the lead early on. This is a great start for the East Action Sports rider. First time I've been calling his name for this 250 class, so this is exactly what we expect out of him. Normally I'm used to calling the number 4 of Dev, but it looks like he elected to not race this anymore. He fell a little bit far behind in the championship points and has retired from the series, or maybe he's just taking an off week, but a great start for the East Action Sports team nonetheless. Mackay, Neverland rider, in second, and here he is, folks. The guy I said could win this tonight. He's definitely got the speed, so he's currently sitting third as Mystery's going to take a tumble, and here is our points leader, folks. This, I mean, he's going to tuck the front. I mean, this 3-rider battle, they're only separated about 2.5 seconds. Blake's not too far out of there, as it looks like he's going to get around D. Mystery hot on his heels. Ooh, somebody's got to tell him their alpha channel on that waxed gear is a little off. They're soaking wet as D's going to make a mistake, and that's going to allow Pinky by. Pinky make a mistake as D goes side by side, able to triple, comes up short. Is he going to make the pass? I don't rightly know. It's a drag race through that long rhythm section. The Nova rider will come out on top. A great recovery from these guys early on. Sweet still holding on to the lead, but Mackay has found the rear wheel. He has not let him go. He has thrown the lasso out, and he is latched on as we will cross the finish line for the first time in this heat race, or excuse me, in this main event. Looks like Sweets is trying to break away a little bit here. It's a great performance out of the East Action Sports teams. I got a lot of love for these guys. Cam, all those guys over there. Former label riders. Appreciate it. But the Neverland rider of Mackay, this is a fantastic performance out of him. He had the speed in the heat race, but it really just comes down to consistency here, folks, as Blake, PW, a Neverland rider, in the third spot. Smuds, it's a Neverland party up here towards the front. As it looks like D has found the rear wheel, but he's got pressure from Froxy's. Froxy's going to go over the berm, and that's going to slow him down. That small mistake, and now look at this. Panda, the 777 Honda rider, has found his way close to the front. Looks like Sweets now has opened up a little bit of a gap, so we're going to take a look at this battle for the third spot as Smuds is trying to close the gap, but he's got a little bit of pressure from D, trying to work his way into the podium position. Like I said, folks, this guy's a racer. Doesn't matter about qualifying, doesn't really care about the heat race as long as he transfers straight to the main. He's definitely a guy that, this is why he has the red plate. This is why he's the points leader. He's clutch when it counts, and that's how you win championships. He is looking to open up a points lead even further, but he's got pressure from Pinky. The Nova rider has found the rear wheel. Ashton still buried in 12th, so not a great performance out of our fastest qualifier tonight. A tough way to start, gets taken out by his teammate in the first corner. Who was that was down? Smuds has gone down. So now we've got a change for the 4 spot. It's a Black Rifle rider. Puts himself into a better position. But look out, Pinky has found the pace. Oh, he gets a little squirrely coming out of the exit of that corner. Unable to get the drive he needed to make the pass. He's going to go outside. Let's see if he's got a better drive through the whoops. And it looks like he does. That outside line definitely preferred. He's going to go up the inside, try to make the pass. Does not make it happen. Now he's got to take the long way around. D coming up a little short on that triple into the inside. Oh, Pinky making a small mistake. He's going to go down. And now he's got pressure from Smuds. So a thwarted off that, but Sweets now under fire from Blake, as Blake, the PWR Neverland rider, is going to make the pass for the lead. 8.5 minutes plus a lap left in this main event. We'll see if Sweets is able to remount a charge here. Check back in with our battle for 4th, as it looks like D has the position, but now Jinx and Panda locked into a battle for the 6th spot. So stay tuned there, folks. We got a great battle for 5th and 6th, or excuse me, for the 6th spot. Makai has kind of settled into this lead. Sweet's able to get back around these mistakes, though. This is going to be a very challenging main event for these guys. It looks like Blake's going to have a better drive as he's able to triple. Sweet's going to single out. Blake's going to have a way better drive. He goes up the inside, makes the pass. And now the East Action Sports rider having to go back to work. Oh, man. All right, so don't switch riders over the tunnel jump. It's a fantastic ride for the PWR Neverland rider of Blake. I mean, this guy's been fast all season long. Now he's out front leading laps. He looked good in the heat race. He's looked good in qualifying. This guy, he's a solid rider, and definitely is one of the guys to be talked about when it comes to winning main events. I don't think he's done it yet this year, so this might be the first time that he's able to do it. Sweets on these Action Sports ride, dropping off a little bit of the pace. Not too far behind, but he needs to get a little bit closer if he wants to capitalize and potentially win this main event here tonight in Charlotte. And man, this is exactly what I was talking about, folks. D, Black Rifle No Fear rider, has put himself into the 3 spot. But he does have pressure from Pinky. These two have been in lockstep all night long, kind of working their way to the front. And it does look like they are closing the gap ever so slightly each time by. I mean, this track really plays into D's strengths a lot because he's just so consistent. Pinky, I mean, he definitely has more pace. I mean, you can tell just based on qualifying. He's got the hot lap speed as he makes the pass up the inside. But I just think he rides that ragged edge just a little too much. Able to make the pass, though. I mean, we're talking about a guy that was poised to be our first 2-time winner in the 250 class a couple of weeks ago at that Triple Crown round, but a bad start cost him the win. Ooh, as he comes up short there, this is exactly what I'm talking about, folks. These mistakes in these long rhythms, he still holds on to the position, but man, that is costly. As him and D are in a fist fight for this final podium position. They have found the rear wheel of Sweets as Pinky's going to go down and send D into the Shadow Realm. I honestly don't rightly know what happened. Or did Pinky just get flung off map? I have yet to find him on track. Oh my, the Nova Rider has been banished to the Shadow Realm. Out of nowhere. Oh, that is frustrating to say the least. A mistake, a Paboso weird game glitch as D's gonna go down. Oh no. That is unreal. I don't even know how that happens. A wild physics glitch sends Pinky into the shadow realm, not even on track anymore. He is dropped off the face of the earth. An unfortunate situation for the Nova Rider tonight as he drops all the way back to 19th. Oh, tough go. Blake now opening up a 10-second gap. This is a fantastic performance out of the PWR Neverland Rider. This guy, I mean, he's been fantastic all season long and well deserving of a main event win here tonight. Ooh, comes up a little short, gets the broadcaster's curse. But he has been outstanding in this main event tonight, opening up a 10-second lead on the East Action Sports Rider of Sweets, who, for all intents and purposes, you know, going to the LCQ, now running second in the main event. So this is a rag to riches story for the East Action Sports Rider tonight. And our current points leader, D, sitting in third comfortably. Mackay not too far behind, but just a little too far out of reach. Ashton has worked his way up into the top 5, so the Nova Rider salvaging what he can after being taken out by his teammate in the hole shot, unfortunately. So we got a battle for the 7 spot between Panda and Jinx, the 651 Motorsports Husqvarna rider. Time is winding down though, folks. Likely 2 laps left to go in this main event. As Panda has closed the gap a little bit on Chase, our LCQ winner, now trying to make the pass. Panda will have it as far as timing and scoring is concerned. Cuts coming into play for the PW rider of Chase. See if the Honda rider is able to make the move. Now Froxy, the Chesco Boys racing rider, has entered the chat as he gets around the 651 Motorsports rider of Jinx. Maybe a costly mistake out of Jinx kind of sent him back a little bit. Nevertheless, not what Froxy wants as far as timing and scoring is concerned. He's in 11th, so Cuts really coming into play here tonight. Out front, 12-second gap. This guy has been absolutely perfect here tonight. Had a great start early on, found the lead, and just kind of set sail. Time has expired, so white flag will be out for the PWR Neverland rider of Blake here in Charlotte. I mean, this guy has to feel so good about this. I think his first main event win of the season. White flag out. So we will have 1 lap left to go here in Charlotte. And it looks like everybody has settled in. It looks like Ashton has worked his way into the 4th position as he's locked in a battle with Mackay on that Neverland ride. Mackay going off track a little bit. They get connected and they go down. Both of them are hit the deck. Ashton able to get up and remount a little bit quicker. A weird cross jump situation between the Neverland and Nova Rider. Ashton's gonna make a small mistake, go over the berm, so now Mackay gets the position back. Oh man. Heartbreak scenario. Mackay getting sideways in the whoops. Ashton's going to come up alongside. So now this battle for fourth has ensued once again. Both electing to double. Ashton finds the smallest gap he could, unable to make the triple, but elects to roll double out, and that saves him a decent amount of time. He's going outside, getting a, oh my God, sideways through the whoops off the track, and now I have lost my position. Mackay getting shuffled back as Chase has now made the pass for fourth? Fifth? I'm not entirely sure. Timing and scoring is all jacked up. Chase gonna put Mackay into the bales. The PWR rider has set his sights on trying to work towards the podium, but I think it might be too little too late, as Blake, Sweets, and D have a substantial lead over these guys. Stay on board with this. I'll try to check back in and make sure we get the last corner. One more long rhythm section to go for the PWR rider of Blake. Fantastic performance out of him tonight. This is exactly what he needed on a tough technical track. Long rhythm sections. Checkered flag is out. One more corner left to go, and Blake has lit the candles for the 250 main event here in Charlotte. The Neverland PWR rider has done it. His first main event win of the season. He's got to be absolutely ecstatic about that. Sweets, the East Action Sports rider. This is the first time I've seen him in a 250 main event. He's going to finish second, and man, look at this, folks. He did exactly what he's done all season. Finishing third, our current points leader keeps his championship hopes alive, and everybody else is a little bit further out of reach. Chase on that PWR ride going to finish just off the podium. Ashton on that Nova machine. A fantastic salvage ride for him as he finishes fifth. Wow. Incredible performance. Congratulations to Blake. That is exactly what he needed to do here tonight. He got a great start early on, found his way to the front, able to put himself on the top step of the podium. Sweets, a fantastic performance out of him as well, finishing second in his first 250 main events. So good all around main event for the LCQ bound man, able to put it on the second step. So that's a fantastic ride for the East Action Sports. And I mean, God, got to give it up to the Black Rifle No Fear rider, a D, our current points leader. He did exactly what he needed to do. I've been saying it all season, folks. This guy, he's got speed. He's obviously got the speed to win, but it doesn't really matter when you just consistently finish on the podium. You're gonna win championships that way. We've seen it time and time again. So a great performance out of D, putting it in third, keeping his championship hopes alive. An unfortunate scenario for Pinky as he got banished to the Shadow Realm. Weird physics issue. That's got to be frustrating. I hope his monitor is okay. Hope his controller's okay, his keyboard, because I just know I'd be very frustrated with that when clearly he had the pace to run up front. Wow, that is a tough way to end the night. Hey, again, thank you to the entire Skill Issue Racing League crew, MXer, Slime, Cool Whip, Logan, Earthworks, all of those guys. You guys did a fantastic job. This track was very tough, very difficult to race. Very challenging for all of these riders. This was a really cool event to call. Again, I am Dylan Carlson. I'll be calling all of the action for the 250 class this season for SIRL Supercross presented by Chesco Boiz Racing. That's going to do it for us here tonight in Charlotte. We will see you guys next week for round 7 as we tip over the midway point and on to the back half of the season. Stay tuned.